That should be good. Okay. God damn it. This computer's not going to last long out here. We have to take it apart and absolutely freaking blow it out. Because it ain't going to last long if we keep putting metal around it. So, it's fun. Logging into the Surface Pro so we can see your guys' lovely comments. Let's go to our channel. Pop you out. Bam. There we go. We need to make sure that we can see the top of my head. Then we go light the forge. Let's make sure we are good to hook. Let's make sure. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. We don't have the headset. Remember, we're going to save the headset stuff for when we do Discord Live. We're on Discord. We're just going to deal with it. You guys probably want to see this. I don't know. Maybe you don't, but I'd want to see it. Woo! Still warm. I'm going to turn this down pretty low. I'm just going to have it set on the low setting. And we're going to go cuts my head off a little bit. God damn it. You know? We'll turn the fan up. Turn the fan up on. It is hot. blacksmith a spoon tonight. Out of this right here. It's actually like 4 inches. I said 3, but it's actually like 4. We're going to do it just how I would do it. Even if I have, see that little scraggle tooth right there? You know, we got to take that off. So the forge is still heating up. We are going to grab our file here. Now, yeah, we didn't use these to do hot filing with, but that's what they're in here for. These are the cheapos. They're still pretty sharp, I'm going to see a chamfer my edges a little bit here while I'm here. Mainly so I don't get any bad cracking just in case. So we're going to flip this over and do the same thing the other side. Just chamfer our edges just a little bit. Put some pretty rounded edges on it. Nice and rounded over. Okay. So, the first thing we do when we're making a spoon is we need to isolate the cup or the bowl. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to isolate the bowl from the stem. Alright? The stem is what you hold on to. The bowl is what you put shit in. Now I have my forge turned down quite a bit, so it's not so loud. So it's going to take a little bit longer to heat up. No big deal. I'm going to throw this in the forge and then I'm going to give me some water. We'll be using a lot of our freaking bolt tongs tonight. We use this a lot. Alright, I'll be back. Okay. So, as I was walking from my house to the shop again, I realized a very important step. We got to take it from that square stock to flat stock before we isolate. So that's what we're going to do. Still heating up. Forge is still heating up too. Now, we're not going to get this done completely, right? We're going to get it roughed out. A fully completed spoon, when doing it without a swage, when you're just using basic tools to do it, take you probably between 2.5 and 3 hours. We're going to get this thing really, really close, all right? And then we'll get it finished up off camera. I'm doing calisthenics while I wait. Sweating to the oldies. Have our forge set at really low PSI and our blower set on low. So we're not going to get that blast furnace out here, but it does take longer to heat up. So alright, heat number 1. Oh, my hammer's not ready. Damn it. That's okay. We're going to get a little bit more. I got to get my hammer ready. Then put it in my bucket. Gotta make sure our hammer's ready to go. Okay. 1 second. A little bit of water on the head, let that half swell up a little bit. Alright, so we're just going to turn this into flat stock. way that I was describing the first time, where we just isolate the bowl from the stem. It does make it a little easier though when you don't have swages. Flatten it out, get it to right around a quarter inch thick, and then or thereabouts all the way down, and then isolate. Now, normally, we would isolate with a guillotine fuller. But my guillotine fuller needs to have new dies made. So we're going to isolate with a spring fuller. When we get to that point. Now you may be asking yourself, how are we going to do, hey Dragonfly, hey buddy. How are we going to do the bowl portion, right? Well, what we're going to end up doing, we use a combination of the Hardy and the old hitch ball, right? From a tow hitch, you put the ball in there, pours it out, square Hardy bar on it. You guys have seen it in the past. We'll use that guy right there. If you don't have one of these, get yourself a ball bearing. Doesn't have to be this big. This is the biggest one I have so far. But get yourself a ball bearing. You can either weld a bar on it or just stick it right on your Hardy hole. It'll just sit right on there. Like that. Works perfectly. You can also make yourself a spoon swage. Get a roller bearing like that and forge a spoon freaking bottom negative out of it. So yeah, hammer down into that. These are 52-100. They do a good job at it. Ideally, you want like an H13 or an S7, which have heat dissipating qualities, and they get harder when you air cool them. Alright? H13 or S7. There's other ones there, but those are just the ones that I mess with a lot. Alright, here we go. Heat number 2. Believe we have an issue. Alright, this brings me to a good point here. If you have somebody in the shop, make sure your tools are really good. If you have somebody that is filming you, make sure they're filming you from the side. Make sure they're not standing in front of you when they're filming, okay? Because someone would be going to the hospital if they got hit with that. And if they weren't going to the hospital, they damn sure wouldn't feel very good. So, make sure you're freaking paying attention. You know, this would have been fine, maybe, if I had let it soak a little more. But it was about time it came apart, so it's time to time to put a new one on anyway. So we'll put a new handle on it. No big deal. Got plenty of hammers. Got plenty of hammers. Just need to find it. I got a big one in here we can use. Yeah. We'll use the straight bead. That's the workhorse tonight. Oh, and that popping sound you guys are hearing. Sounds like a firecracker going off. That's the water underneath the piece that cools when you pull your hammer out. Now, in the olden days, some people still do it. I know the Japanese still do it. They wet their anvil surface. What that ends up doing, it blows the scale off of your piece. So you don't have to brush it. So when you see a person on YouTube or in a video or in a movie or whatever, and they're wetting their anvil and then putting hot steel on it, it's blowing, they're cleaning the surface of their steel as they forge it. Here we go. Take two. Alright, now, the next heat, we're going to isolate our bowl from our stem. And we're going to use the spring puller to do it. I'm going to get my other hammer. check over in here. Oh well. We'll use the big ink pounder. Oh, not in there. I need to make some hammers. That's what we need to get onto. I need to make some new hammers for the shop. But we got a lot of shit going on that we got to get to first. We have our Guns and Hammers freaking event coming up August 3rd in Dixie, Washington. Where the only hammers you bring are the ones attached to your guns. And then in September, we have Mosaic Madness Dos Part 2, where we're going to finish up and make some knives out of the Mosaic Madness, or the mosaics that we made early in the freaking spring. So, maybe I'll make some hammers and axes this winter, or this fall. Alright, here we go. Isolate your spoon. So there's your stem, and there's your bowl. So we're going to work the stem first a little bit, and then we'll work the bowl. We can also make ladle. Maybe we'll do a ladle next. We'll make a big old soup spoon tonight. Then we'll do a ladle next. Or there's enough steel here. We'll see what we got. Might be a cool deal here. I said we're making a spoon. But if we get a lot of steel, a lot of movement out of this, we might make a little gravy ladle. That'd be good. Gravy ladles are always good. Alright, here we go. the reason I say a ladle, look at all that. That is thick. If we left it this thick, it would be a home defense spoon. Alright, we're going to go up on the bolt side and we're going to really spread this out. We're going to get it really spread out. We don't want it too thin, but we want it thin-ish. Woo. Drink water. Wow. All right, here we go. Go to a smaller hammer. We're going to start shaping. Now I could drop some on this, and we may do that. We may drop a bunch of that off the end. You know, because it's a little long. In order to make a good dinner spoon, you take 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch square, 3 inches long, and it'll give you a spoon about that big. Nice little dinner spoon. All right, we're going to go over the Hardy with the ball side. Technically, if you wanted to stop right now, you'd have a spoon. But we're not stopping right now. upset here. Upset our spoon here a little bit. Just shaking it up, kind of hammering down on the edge here so we get a nice thick edge. Keep on upsetting it up on itself, working that around. It's a lot of back and forth, back and forth. Took our bowl out a little bit, took our cup. Not a big deal. Get it out there, and we shape. This could be a nice little soup spoon actually. Or a porridge spoon, cereal spoon, whatever you want to be. We could make it a serving spoon if we wanted to. But we're not going to. Hasn't changed much. I'll show you on the next heat. It'll change a lot. So we're going to do another live show tomorrow night where we'll finish this spoon. We won't use any power equipment except for the blower on the board. That's it. I'll use hand files and everything to finish it out. We'll finish it out tomorrow. Come on, get your ass in there. Look at that. We got ourselves spoon shape. Here we go, spoon shape. Alright, we're going to go over the hardy hole again. Next heat. That's where we're going to be for a while. It's over that hardy hole. still gonna widen this out. We still might get our circuits through. I don't know. We may end up filing it down to fit our needs. We're going to come out over the top of the heart here of the anvil and thin out our edge. Use the ball of your hammer. We're going to use the bigger ball though. Thick. You can chip a tooth using this damn thing. Alright, we're still going to use the Hardy, but we're going to use the ball inside the Hardy this go round. Good sized porridge spoon, oatmeal, soup, cereal, pudding, cake, cake spoon. Pretty good. Bottom puller. We're going to go into the Hardy hole again. Now, just want to create a nice bowl, deep bowl. I can take out later if I need to. Like that. And hammer on the back side of it and take it right out. All right, we're going to work in this area right here. Actually, we should probably use the spring puller. I think that's what we're going to use. We'll use our spring puller. Thin this out just a little bit more right there. Not using a heavy hammer. I don't want to squish it too far. Got a little bit of a squish there. We'll take it out. No big deal. All right. Got more water. Nice. We're going to go from the other side. We're going to switch tones. We're going to get our tusk tones out. These are really nice for working with spoons. Put a little square bit in there. We're going to do some decorative stuff. I'm going to start squaring this up. I'm going to leave it pretty thick so I can do some filing work on it. I'm going to make it look pretty. Put our bigger hammer out here. Square this up. we're going to put it back in there and clean this up in there. What's up, Mr. Mag? We're going to clean our bowl up. And then we're going to call it good until tomorrow. So we got to clean that bowl up right there. See how it kind of pinched in there? We're going to clean all that up. And then we're going to do the rest of this tomorrow. I'll cool it off before we go so you guys can see me touch it, feel it, get a good size comparison for everything. So we're going to use the hard ball. We're just going to clean this up. Okay, and pull this down for us here. Shut off the forge. All right. So it's a little crooked, no big deal. But we got still a lot. We still got hour and a half of work, of just maybe forging to do on it, just nitpicking at it, right? We're gonna take tomorrow, we'll get it nice and straight, and I want to put some decorative stuff right here on the stem area, basically the bolster area of the spoon here. And then we'll put some decorative filing right here. We'll put a twist in here. We'll do a twist first, probably. Excuse me. A twist first. File, shape it on either side, and then we'll take this stem out here and we'll start flattening it out and put some decorative stuff on it, make it wide enough to put a stamp on it. We'll probably dome it a little bit, but that'll be good. I mean, shit, I'd eat with that right now. Right now. So, there it is, folks. Tonight's project, tomorrow's project. So, we'll be out here probably about the same time, about 7 p.m. Pacific time. 7 p.m. Pacific. So, stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow. You guys stay safe out there. Pacific Northwest is on fire. Say a prayer for us, please. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Be well. And as always, forge on.